Hayes Statuary is a statuary business that started back when I was about a year old. My dad decided to make pink flamingos. He worked at the Chevy plant and he started to make pink flamingos, and pretty soon he was making all different kinds of statues. And so 55 years later, or maybe 60 years later, we're still here. Well, we grew up here. We moved in here when I was in 3rd grade. So this was our home, and my dad owned the property next door, which was our store. And so we grew up here, and once all the kids moved out, he sold that property and this became our showroom. Lost all our bedrooms and can't move back home. But actually my husband and I and my son do live here now. They're anywhere from 2 or 3 inches tall up to 43 inches tall. Everything, saints, all kinds of animals, anything you're looking for. And if I don't have it, I probably can find it. We have to sand off the seams, smooth it out real nice and smooth, and then paint them. And if we paint them, there's nothing you have to do to them again. You wouldn't have to repaint them for maybe 10 years. If you don't paint them, then we suggest the customer to seal them, put a clear sealer on them to protect them. But the paint protects them if you don't seal them. The most popular is always Blessed Mother. It has been since I was a little kid. We have Blessed Mothers from 17-inch up to probably about 41 inches tall. And then secondly comes in St. Francis. Everybody loves St. Francis for their dogs and cats and birds. And then every saint you can think of is very important to people, Catholics, in general. But some people that aren't Catholics come in to buy the St. Francis or St. Anthony because they're from an Italian family or whatever. So dogs, because everybody wants a dog that looks like their dog, dogs and cats. But then you have a whole thing. I just got a big giraffe in the other day that's 4 foot tall. A couple big elephants, they're huge. All animals. The toad is just our biggest seller. We cannot make enough of those in the summertime, and we paint them that way in the green and the gold, and people love them. The big black eyes, we can't keep them. It's incredible. I even put it on our business cards. I said, this is such a great seller, let's put it on the card. And it is adorable. Bigfoots, I didn't want to carry them. I thought, who's gonna buy a Bigfoot? This was 4 or 5 years ago. And someone asked me to order him one, and I ordered it, and lo and behold, everybody off the street was saying, get me a Bigfoot. And I didn't know they were so popular, but it's huge. People love them. They watch the TV show. They're trying to find Bigfoot in their backyards. I don't know, but it means everything to me. I had 3 brothers, and my sister and myself, and my dad, I kept saying, let me take it over. And he wanted the boys to, and each of the boys had their turn at it. And finally he said, well, if your husband will come into it with you, I'll let you take it over. So it just means everything to me. I've loved the statues since I was a little kid. So I started painting statues when I was probably 1st grade, and I've always loved them. It means a lot to me.